What's up, beautiful beings? I'm Brian. It's now 2020, January 1st, 2020. And I just had some things that I want to talk about and some ideas that we should focus on for 2020 to live our best life. Because this world is ours to create, and we can live our best life whenever we want. First thing I want to talk about is how we're actually beings. We're not our physical body. We're operating our physical bodies, but we're not just the body. We're energy, we're a soul, we're spirit. So we just want to keep in mind that we're not our body and just observe our thoughts. We're not our thoughts, So, but we're beings and we have infinite potential. Whatever anybody says, they said that you don't have infinite potential. That's not true. You have infinite potential right now. And you can tap into it whenever you want. So maybe for 2020, let's think about, we all have responsibilities, obviously, like life goes on. But let's think about what we actually want to do. Like, what direction we want to head with our lives. Not what we think we have to do. Not operating out of fear and confusion. Take a deep breath. What do I want to be? What do I want to do with my life? Another thing I want to talk about is our bodies. A lot of people say our body is a temple. We might not be the body, but while we're living this current life we're living, we're existing in our body. We can feel our body, we move our body. So what are we putting in our body? Is it gonna make our physical vessel, our vehicle, whatever you want to call it, is it gonna make it feel better? Is it gonna cause us pain or discomfort in the long run? Is it gonna clean our body? Is it gonna energize our body? So just something to think about. But I'd say the biggest thing for 2020 is to love ourselves. Self-love is really important because you'll find once you love yourself, the deeper you love yourself, the deeper you love everyone, because there's no separation. We're all one. We're energetically, spiritually, atomically, we're all connected. Oneness, wholeness, balance. So we really want to love ourselves deeper than we ever thought we ever could before. Another thing for 2020 is, like I'm doing right now, getting the sunlight. Breathing in the fresh air. But the sunlight, think about how many people in the wintertime, especially in the northern areas, when there's not getting their sunlight, they're not producing the vitamin D, they're getting depressed. Like I said, we are beings of light. At our conception, you can search this, do your own research. When a being is conceived into this dimension, there's a flash of light. We're beings of light. So we want to soak up in the sunlight as much as we can every day, honestly. If you're somewhere that's warm all year, there's no excuse. I'm in Richmond, Virginia, USA. It's the middle of the winter. It's kind of cold, but I'm still out here soaking in the sun because I know it's what's good for me, Another thing is we want to ground our feet. Some people call it earthing, but just go outside. If you got dirt is best, dirt or sand is best. If you got some grass that doesn't have a lot of chemicals on it, but we are electromagnetic beings just as we're light beings, and when we put our feet to the earth, that's going to help us heal. That's going to help us release negative energies. The earth is going to transmute those energies. So as much as possible, like I said, we want to ground our feet. We want to get sunlight. And I'm still kind of close to the city, but look, there's trees behind me, fresh air, you know what I'm saying? We want to spend time in nature because we are nature. Like, go hug a tree. Some people might say that's crazy, but if you hug a tree, you're not going to feel worse, I promise you. So another thing about is, we have DNA, we're made of DNA. So when you're out in the sun, when you're grounding your feet, when you're out in nature, you're actually repairing your DNA, you're activating your DNA so you can actually express your infinite potential. Another thing for 2020, I mean, really always, but 2020 now, fruits, vegetables, you know what I'm saying, detoxifying foods, live foods, raw foods, because the fruits and veggies, they actually have light codes. They collect light codes from the sun. You can go outside, you can stand in the sun, you can also get the light codes from the sun through what you're eating. So when you consume more light codes, your body is more live, you have more energy, your DNA is activating, it's repairing. So really, like I said before, we just want to love ourselves. Think about what we're putting in our body and just love ourselves. Another thing is gratitude. This is really a big one. It can be something as simple as having clean water, food, shelter, transportation, friends, even if it's just a couple close friends that really care about you, family that supports you, you know what I'm saying, that loves you. So we just really want to be grateful. I mean, this beautiful day, look, sun's shining. I got a place to stay. I got friends. I'm so blessed. So, another thing we want to talk about is affirmations. Some people pray, some people affirm. They're pretty much the same thing, honestly. But if we're affirming something, whether it's mentally or vocally or both, because that's what it would be if we're saying it vocally, mentally and vocally. But you're letting you're letting the universe know what is existing, what you want to exist, what you wish to manifest. So really just be the creator of your own reality. You know, like just be mindful of yourself. If you're having a lot of repetitive negative thoughts, maybe take a deep breath. Meditate, go out in nature, just do anything to raise your vibration and just think positive thoughts, because the more positive thoughts you think throughout your day, throughout your life, the more positive experiences. Another thing is, it's the last couple subjects I want to talk about in this video, is fasting. Whether it's water fasting, juice fasting, fruit fasting, fasting from so many different types of things, social media, people, places. There's so many things to fast from. You can just try it out, see how you like it. It's good to fast. And the biggest thing about fasting is, if you've never done it before, you want to fast properly, so do your research and fast properly. But also, if you, let's say you're however old you are, 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, however old you are, if you've never fasted before, then your body has been processing food every day that you've been alive. So when you fast, your body doesn't have to put energy towards digestion, processing, elimination. Your digestion can take up somewhere between 40 to 60% of your total energy of you're experiencing in your body. So if you just stop eating for one day, for half a day, for a couple days, eat a bunch of fruit. Fruit is easy to digest. So it's going to be the easiest thing for your body to digest. And another thing is diaphragmatic breathing. When babies are born, before they start eating solids, before they're put in stressful environments, they breathe all the way to the bottom of their bellies. They breathe predominantly with their bellies, pretty much all with their bellies. They don't have a lot of food in their intestines. They have liquids, they have milk, they have water in their intestines, so they can take a nice deep breath So we just gotta analyze how we're actually breathing. Are we doing short chest breaths, shallow breaths? If we're having a shallow breaths, we're gonna have shallow thoughts. If we're having deep breaths all the way from the top of our lungs all the way to the bottom of our legs, we're gonna have deeper thoughts. We're gonna have a deeper life. We're gonna have a great life. So these are all just some things that I think we should all consider for 2020, just to live our best life. Thank you. I love you. Have a great day.